Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Thank you guys for showing up. I know we're early, you guys. I am looking at some stuff and I'm working on some stuff. So you guys be patient. We up in the building. We are in here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up as you come in the building and share the live, you guys. Share it. And we're gonna check this stuff out and see what's going on. We're going to talk about the California City Boys, and we're also going to talk about the Cody Bigsby case, you guys. We cannot forget none of the kids, and you guys know how I'm feeling right now. And I want to share with you guys something. We come in the morning. We got a member here, been a member. Danae, she done subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Danae, for becoming a member again, because you was once before. So thank you for updating that and becoming a member. Let me see what's going on. Danae is in the building. Thank you, Danae. So I'm trying to find where all the stuff is. Something's going on with YouTube, but I think I got it. Okay, make sure. So what I'm doing now is and we've got a 9-month member also. We got a 9-month member. Who is that? Loving God. She has been a diamond member for 9 months. Thank you, Loving God. So let me write this down since we've got time. So Danae is a new member again. And then we got Loving God is her anniversary for 9 months. My 9 months in. Thank you, Danae. And we got Katrina. Katrina that came on in here. She says, let me go ahead and get my super chat in there. I got tickets up here that people didn't tell me where they wanted me to put them at. I guess I'm just going to put them in there. But we got Katrina in here. Let me come over here. Katrina, I see you. I see you in the building. I'm going to say hi to everybody, too. So sweet. I came on here a little early because I was getting things ready. I just got off doing a live. And, I'm just trying to figure out some stuff. So you guys didn't miss anything. You didn't, trust me, you did not miss a thing. I don't see it. I don't know what YouTube is doing. I have no clue. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. What is going on? Well, I see it, but anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and write it because I see it, but I can't find it, Katrina. I cannot find it. Katrina Hickman. It's been tearing up some stuff. Katrina Hickman, I can't find it, but trust and believe, I do see you. Here you are, your number, 938-343. Bam. Katrina Hickman. And so I got your tickets right there. Because I see it over here. And I don't know. I was trying to share out the live over here. Let me share. Before we come on in, let me share, you guys. You guys should be doing the same thing I'm doing. Share, share, share. Please share. I mean, you only got to say 1 or 2 words, like come on in, or we're talking about the California City Boys, come on in. So we got a little bit of an update. It's not so much of an update, but we're going to talk about it, you guys. And I don't know what my computer is doing. I don't know what my computer is doing. It's doing some stuff because, trust me, I see the notification up there, but I cannot find it. And I'm just going to, maybe it's way up there. Oh, it's 4:46. Well, that was like 3 minutes ago. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. Anyway, I don't know. Because I see Zena Turbert, Sandra Watts, Diane Harris is in here, Nancy LaRose, Cherie Johnson, Ruby Turner, Cherie Johnson, Little Linda, Marsha Poole is in the building. How is everybody doing? Then I see, I get in trouble because Zena Turbert, Linda Starr, Too Pretty Miss Kitty is in the building. Too Pretty Miss Kitty, how are you? Blessings. Lisa Taylor is in here. Come Holla at a Sister is Lisa Taylor. Sanja, Woke the God, Lisa Taylor, and Nancy, and I'm going down. Cherie, Little Linda. Thank God. Marcia, Margie. Hey, Margie, how you doing? Margie McDonald's is in the building. And we've got 10 more minutes, you guys. So we got Crystal Power is in here. Loving God is in here. Margie, Wanda Bellamy is in here. And you know what? It's weird because it doesn't show me where you Did that. Shalana Phillips is in here. Silky Slim, Carissa is in the building. And Dana Crawwell. Latina is in here. Wanda Bellamy. Anala Amstrad is in here. She says prayers for all the children who are missing. Yes. Paula Nichols. How are you doing, Paula? How are you doing, Paula? Okay. So we've got another super chat just pulled up. Zena. And I don't know. It's just not showing me nothing. Miss Philly G. And I just seen something. Rosanna, how are you? Come holler at us, sister. Shay's Faith is in here. Candy Richards is in here. Oh, there you go, Trina. I got you now. Katrina Hickman. I knew it was in there. Now, let me see. Maybe it's coming up now. Candy Richards, Netta. Okay. Gloria Bates. Tammy is in here. How you doing, Tammy? I see you in the building. That's family. Family is on. They in here. Family is in here. I'm seeing you guys. Oh my goodness, family. I love my family. I do. Katrina, Nancy, and Zena, and Latina, Ruby, and Tammy, and Netta, and Avalanche, and Freddie. K Solos in the building. Shay Faith, and Woke the God, and Zena, and Dana, and Loving God, and Freddie, and Lisa Taylor, and Cherie Johnson, and Little Linda, and Debbie Canada, and Sylvia is in here, and Shay Faith, and Marianne. How are you doing, Marianne? Nice to see you up in here. Come on, you guys. Curl Small, come holler at a sister. She gave the super chat. Okay. I knew it was going to show me something. We got 7 more minutes, and then we're going to just go ahead and get on in there. Come holler at a sister. Thank you for the super chat. Come holler at a sister. Thank you for the super chat. We're going to start off. So come holler at a sister gave us a super chat, and Katrina Hickman gave us a super chat. Thank you guys for the super chat. We're going to get right into the topic, but I just want to thank you guys for the super chat. All right. That's kind of weird. I found it one time and then couldn't find it again on there. But we do know that Katrina Hickman is the one that gave the super chat, and we appreciate you and thank you for your dedication. You guys, we are going to talk about the Cody Bigsby case and the California City Boys. And I named the topic, Where Are the Boys? Because in both cases, we still don't know where these children are at. And they did a press conference today. It was a very, I say lame press conference. I didn't get to see so much of it. I just knew what it was going to be. Nothing. Nothing. Their attorney talking, Jacqueline and them attorney talking about nothing, trying to convince people that it ain't. But I got something to tell you guys. ITT, I see you in the building. She says, hello, Miss SP. I see you in there. So I guess it is working. Hello, Miss SP. How are you doing? I am doing great, IT. I'm hoping that everything is well on your side as well. 938345. That is your ticket right there. I'm put it right there. Thank you for the super chat. We are still early. So yes, you guys, let's get it on in there. Let's get it. And we got one more. We've got one more that just came in real quick. You guys, it is Avalon Steel. It's coming right there. It is right there. Let me write your name. Avian. Avalance. 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 Beautiful name. Avalance. I got your tickets right here. Here you go, right here. 938-347 and 938-346 twice. And we got you up in there. So we'll get that to you. Okay, this is weird. I just thought I seen 15 and I had to take the other two out, Avalanche. So your ticket will be, and then I seen a 5. So I don't know. So I put the 1 in there and took the 2 out. Okay, just to let you guys know. Everybody say, SP, I don't see 15, I see the 5. I don't know what's going on. I'm just now, it just got black for a minute. She says, thank you. I have to now. I did not know I had it, but I do now. What? Yeah, what? Okay, so we got Candy Richards. So I'm going to cross out Avalanche and put Candy name on it so we won't be destroying anything. And so we got Candy Richards in there. I'm trying to find, there's another one too. It's Marsha. Okay. Thank you. You guys covered for me. So this is Candy Richards. And like I said, something is going wrong here. So here's Candy Richards. She just covered for me. Thank you, Candy. 938-347. Cut that really quick. Okay, that's Candy Richards. And then we got Marsha in the building. Marsha, 938-346. There we go, right there, you guys. There we go. We got it right there. Okay, let's get this in there. Let's get it popping. Here we go. Okay, so, you guys, it is 5:00 p.m. Central Time. We're going to talk about the California City Boys and the Cody Bigsby case. Now, keep in mind, these is 2 different states where Cody Bigsby came up missing on January 31st. He was reported missing January 31st in the Hampton, Virginia area. And Classic and Sincere, that's their name. And they're also known as Orrin and Orson. They came up missing in Bakersfield, California, but was reported in California City, California, you guys. And they have been missing for like 2-3 years now. I think it was like in 2000 on like December. I want to say December the 20th or December the 21st. Correct me, somebody in the chat. Was it December the 20th or December the 21st? I'm thinking. I'm just on the top of my head because I don't write stuff down. Because the reason why this case has been along and has been in our hearts for a long time. December the 21st. Heather says December the 21st, you guys. So December the 21st. Thank you, Heather. And December the 21st, right before Christmas, the story was Trezell. If you don't know, there's some people, you would think everybody knows about the California City Boys. And yes, not everybody knows about this story. So let me enlighten the ones that don't know. And if you guys, you know the number 316-553-3056, whenever you want to call in on this case, not on every case. I open it up so early, but I want to know what you guys know. I want to hear what you guys are saying. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Are you angry? Are you upset? Are you happy? Because I'm feeling some kind of way about this situation. And what I'm saying is, um, you know, I'm happy that they are arrested, Terzel and Jacqueline. I'm happy that they're arrested. But it also, I'm not as happy because it's almost like this is not the ending that I wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I want to, you know, blame this person, blame that person. I just wanted the boy, I wanted to think and still continue to believe that there was chance and hope that they was out there and alive. Because we got all kind of information all the time. Here we go. Hey, this is SP.
Hey, it's infamous. Go ahead. If you're talking, I just want to chime in on the boy.
Okay, which ones?
The California State Police.
Okay.
I just I've been following it from the very beginning. And just saw there, a lot of people have taken these boys in as their own, and I've loved these boys and wanted the best and wanted a better outcome and so on and so forth. But everybody knows too. Also, they were very suspicious with their shady interview and we all kind of do. We just didn't know,
Right.
And what I'm upset about, and I'm hoping maybe there's something down the pipe, is that I think that Wanda, his mom, Frizel's mom, and I think there's a couple other people that could have had some knowledge of it. And I'm hoping maybe there might be something down the line that somebody else might be catching some charges, because somebody else had to have known something for it to be 3 months prior to them when they reported they're missing. I don't know. It makes me angry. It makes me angry that they had the audacity to, have everybody think that they were missing and looking for them, knowing that 3 months prior that something was done.
Right. Did you see the press conference?
Yes, I did.
What did you think?
I think she carried herself well, but they said the grand jury. The thing is she said the grand jury, since she said a week into it, I think a week or 2 weeks into when they were reported missing, they got hard evidence, or they got enough evidence to be able to get the grand jury, to be able to get a grand jury to start presenting witnesses and evidence. So they actually were already had a grand jury in secret.
Well, yeah, they had the grand jury like 3 months prior to them coming out with the thing. Yeah. Yeah, they even took them to the house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what that tells me is, first of all, I'm thinking, okay, why would it take the grand jury 3 months to come up with us, the results of?
Because remember when they had that news when I don't know who went on the news, well, somebody from the Bakersfield Police Department, they said something about how many witnesses that they have interviewed and how much they probably had to go through all the evidence, and they wanted to bring as much forth to the grand jury to be able to get him indicted, because they don't have any bodies.
Well, and that's what the attorney said in the press conference. It's like they're saying totally opposite.
Right.
They're saying that they don't have a lot of evidence.
Well, yeah, she's like, well, I can't comment on that and this and that, but I don't know. I just, if it's a circumstantial case, like I see, there are cases that do, people do get convicted with no bodies, but you have to have an very airtight case with no, with no room for technicalities or for anything to be thrown out, because the evidence is not there. So right. I hope that they did enough, and brought enough to the grand jury that another, jury is going to find them
right,
convict them of it.
right.
That's all I'm worried about, because I'm just hoping that they're not going to walk because they can't walk.
Yeah, I'm not even
going
gonna get my hopes up high because when they have these cases, I mean, if you say anything that makes sense, people get angry with you, like saying something that that just to satisfy your comfort of your feelings.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the reality of it. Just like,
that they could walk and somebody could
yeah, yeah.
compromise the case, like
I want them to put more charges on them, like like endangerment and
Well, yeah, they said one of the charges was something in regards to, they think that they said that the way they were reading it, that there was a lawyer on another channel that was reading it, and don't quote me, but this is what they were reciting, saying that that they basically, it says something about a minor, so they're thinking the way it's being read, the way that usually things like that are read, is that they basically had either their children or somebody that was a minor be involved in the demise of the voice, whether it's physical or they helped them clean it up, but they were somehow intimidated. There was a minor that was intimidated. They intimidated him and made him feel they took advantage of their leadership or something. That says something in that indictment. I can't quote the exact words.
right. They misuse their parenting some kind of way. It could be it don't and we're trying to see more into it because when we're reading it, there's a minor involved, whether it's into the hurting of the boys or covering up of the boys or threatening them to not tell.
Yeah, exactly. Intimidate them to not tell exactly. And if that's the case, that means that they've affected more lives. You know what I mean? They've traumatized, possibly permanently, long term, more children.
Right.
But that's my thought.
Right. And so Phyllis is in the chat room and she says the press conference said they had enough evidence for a grand jury to accept a second-degree murder charge. But why not the first-degree murder charge?
Because there's something in they said I can't even think of the right I want to say it wrong, but articulate it right in layman's terms. But basically, first degree is in regards. You'd have to look it up. I don't even want to say anything, but it's in regards to premeditated. If they thought it out, if they I don't know which is which, but. There's a discrepancy into why they didn't get the first.
Right. And then there's a Heather in the chat. She's saying she says, I personally have family that was best friends of a victim in a nobody case here in Kern County. The Thomas Brace case. The DA is really good. But this is what I'm saying. So okay, they told us how many cases. She said 2 on the top of her head. She knew that they did come up with good results in.
Right.
But how many cases have you guys?
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, did you guys have 20 and you got 2 out of 20? I mean, how many have you tried? And you know what I'm saying? And won or got the conviction. Yeah. I mean, I want to know the whole number. Don't give me a part of a number like, oh yeah, we're really good.
Yeah.
We got 2 convictions on a nobody case. No, okay. Well, how many have you tried and then got 2? Did you try 3 and got 2? That'd be good. If you tried 100 and got 2, okay. Because here's the problem: when they try these people don't understand. They cannot try them again.
Yeah, because if it's murder charges, it's double jeopardy.
They can't try them again. You get a one-time shot. And so I'm hoping that they have the evidence. I'm just hoping that they do, and they don't have to get out and walk,
Yeah. I made a video today, and I said this to some people, and they're like, that was so beautiful, just in tribute to the searchers and the people that have loved these boys, like their own, and I've loved these boys. I was crying every time I was editing and having to replay it, and wanted to make sure the timing was right, that it got, that it was going to be put on, that it was going to be published, correctly. You know, I didn't want to be disrespectful and have it like all choppy and stuff. So every time I replay it, I'd be crying. I was crying this morning. It's just sad. It's just sad. And then, did you see the young lady that said that her two boys were fostered by the West too?
Right. Yeah. But I don't get off into a lot of that, because here's the thing. If that was so, they would have approached that a long time ago. Okay. They would approach that a long time ago.
Yeah, and she lost custody of the kids.
Yeah. And if there was two other kids missing that they had custody of, they would approach that a long time ago. They would have put that already in the equation. You know what I'm saying? It won't be coming out on news that they had custody of your kids and they lost your kids. They know where her kids are at. They know. They just ain't telling her. That's what I think. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I think too. And because they don't have to tell the biological parents if they've lost, if they severed their rights. And I don't want to talk because I don't know her, but obviously there was something involved where she didn't have her rights anymore, and they got adopted out. But
she says, okay, so somebody said, no, have they found the boy's body? No, Della, they have not. Heather is in the chat, and she says 200 cases statewide, 2 in Kern County. The 2 they tried in Kern County with no bodies is the 2 that they want. Thank you, Heather, for that. That's what I wanted to know.
So many grand juries, but no actual, just 2 convictions.
So she said they tried 2 in Kern County. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google that. They tried 2 and 1 too. That's good.
Yeah, and the family members of the boys.
That's real good. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, the family members of the boys, and a lot of people are just trying to keep these boys' names alive, just so that there would be some type of, progress in the case.
Right.
Try to figure out where they were. So there was a lot of people invested just trying to keep their name out there and to get it out there in the media and keep it in the media.
Right.
To kind of put pressure on them. So I hope they didn't just do it just to kind of shut it down. You know what I mean?
It has been determined that 2 of those boys of the couple are the 2 of the 4 in the protective custody. That's what I thought. I just didn't want to speak on it earlier.
Yeah.
I actually told somebody behind the scenes, I'm like, the boys that she's talking about is the boys that is in protective custody, because she said what their ages was, and then she said their names and everything. But I didn't want to speak on it.
Some of the pictures of Trezell and the family, there's the 2 boys. Now they have it blurred out, like if you were to Google image it. But they, there's a picture of all of them with Jamal and Josiah and everybody.
Yeah.
In a group picture in a restaurant, and they had the other 2 boys there, but they're blurred out now. But they were because it sounds like they were half Hispanic. They had Hispanic because their actual names were like Guillermo and something. I think she said their names. So
she says their names. Heather is giving us information in here. The name is Devon and Damian West.
Yeah. That's what they changed. They changed their names.
Yeah. Oh, so they got O's, D's,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go jump down. I just wanted to.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much, ITT. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Love.
All right. So you guys, hopefully you guys don't pick up that sometimes, you guys will say, SB, you're kind of a little rude or whatever. I don't try to be rude. I really don't. If I am, just tell me, because things is happening in my family and things. My husband just had his uncle pass away this weekend. And so, things is always happening. Somebody is asking, have they found the boys? They ain't found none of the boys. They ain't found Cody. They ain't found the California City boys. And, I just kind of wonder. She said, I have the arrest affidavit in the wrongful death suit affidavit if you need it. You can, Heather, you can call in right now and read it to us. Why don't you do that? And everybody can hear it at the same time I hear it. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. You know, here's one thing, and I'm going to say this. You know, I believe that the people, we are the people. Every channel that speak on these boys are the people that pushes this forward. So sometimes I feel like when people be like, why are you speaking on the boys? I don't have to. There's a whole bunch of cases out there. So, you know, you being nasty and ugly doesn't make me or break me. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't do anything, you know, I do it for the boys, you know, to let people know that we're all stand in unity when it comes to these kids. Don't get it misconstrued. I I will make breakfast with the devil for these babies. Okay? So that's the way I feel. I'm serious, you guys. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm going to, you know, be in agreement, but I will get along so that we can try to find out where these boys are. I see the phone calls coming through. It just hung up, you guys. Just hold on. You understand what I'm saying? I get along with anybody for these babies. That don't mean I like you. Don't think that you can call me now and we can chit chat. That don't mean. See what I'm saying? Because when you already showed your colors, I really don't have nothing to do with you. Hey, this is SP.
Hi, I just found your channel. I wanted to call in. Hi, my name is Amy. How are you?
I'm fine, Amy. How are you doing?
You know what? I think, you know, there's like these protests going on outside the jail in Washington where this other missing child is.
Uh-huh.
There's an Oakley Carlson case. I don't know if you're aware of that case, but these people had gotten their child back. These were bio parents that got their child back, and she's now missing. It's a whole big mess. But there's like protesters that go out there and they yell and they scream like, "Where is she? Where is she?" Like there needs to be something out around this jail where these parents are being jailed, so to rattle their cage, so the inmates will rattle them even more.
Oh.
Somebody needs to protest. Also, CPS needs to be abolished. The way they operate, they have to. There have to be protests in every state against these agencies that are hurting our children, that seem to be trafficking children legally. And also, the other thing is that it seems to me that the criminal and the family courts do not communicate with each other. There needs to be a direct line to the criminal courts as far as what's going on with these other cases. It seems like one hand does not know what the other hand is doing.
Right.
And then the other thing, I'll be quick because I'm not good at talking. The other thing is that I was looking up the DA Cynthia Zimmer. She seems to have a very big interest in targeting human trafficking. So maybe she's going to try to target like what's going on with CPS and why they're not going after things. Maybe there are going to be prosecutions in the CPS system in her county. Maybe she wants to go after those people, hopefully, because I did look her up, and there were some articles on Google about her and what her goals are.
Right.
Her office. But I seem to like her. You know, you never know. You don't know. Some people, she's doing this for an election. It's an election year, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would hope that she would really prosecute and have whoever is handling the case. I know that she's not going to be personally in the courtroom.
Right.
But, you know, I saw on another channel, I won't give other channels names on other channels, but they showed the conference with these defense attorneys today.
Right.
And they seem like so incompetent. I don't think they seem like they're going to know what they're doing with this case. I just think they're going to get chewed up and spit out by the time that this trial is over. So
wow. Are you talking about the prosecutor or the
they had a defense attorney conference today.
Yeah, right. Oh, you talking about the defense attorney?
showed them. Yeah, they,
Right.
They seem so incompetent. So,
Okay, good.
but in my opinion, I don't get how people hurt kids. I'm a mom. I just don't understand how this happened to people. I don't know how they do that to kids. I just don't get it. And and unfortunately, these two children were not at school age, and this crazy C word that we had this past few years has really endangered children.
Right.
And it was used as an excuse to not check on children, to make sure that they're safe. And we can never let that happen again. We can never let use an excuse like that to let our kids fall through the cracks.
Right.
And I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I don't know. That's all I have to say. It was very nice talking to you.
It's nice talking to you. Thank you for calling in.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I like you guys to call in and stand up. Say what you said. Don't be getting over there in your house, all in your feelings, because I guarantee you somebody's feeling the same way. But you not saying nothing. Let me tell you something. That don't help. What helps? Speak up. Say something. You guys, I don't care. 50 million people can watch me and then talk about the nasty, negative things and comments or whatever. You think I care? You think I care? I don't care. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll make those phone calls. Regardless of what's going on in my life, I'll make those phone calls. I'll be in here. Hey, this is SP.
Good evening, Esther. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Miss Betty?
I'm doing fine. I just wanted to make a comment about the boys, all three of them.
Okay.
Something stands out for me. Thank you so much for sharing. You and Pooh Bear's little outing on Saturday. I had a wonderful time. But I'm going to tell you what I took away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Since everybody with these scenarios want to say these babies, and Pooh Bear, I think he told you he was 4 years old.
Yes.
If I'm wrong, correct me.
He's 4.
You're his grandmother. Okay. So Pooh Bear is right in that age range with the babies that are missing. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. All of them were supposedly got up in the middle of the night in the dark and left the house. Am I correct?
Yes.
The little boys went out the back door.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember. And not Pooh Bear, I'm sorry. And Cody was supposed to have gotten up and left out between 2 a.m. and early morning by the time his dad woke up and saw him. Am I correct?
Right. Well, okay. So Cody was supposed to have got up between 2 and 9, and then the California City boys was supposed to have take off in the dark when their dad went in the house.
Okay. So both of these scenarios were supposed to take place in the dark. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Remember when you all went to the dinosaur and you stood in line? I think he was in line 10, 15 minutes. Give or take, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he finally gets to the ride. His grandmother was standing outside the ride, which you are his grandmother.
Right.
It's daytime. I'm going somewhere with this, and I'm not going to hold you up. I just want everybody to think about some things. Because, see, like you said, if they don't get it right the first time, they don't get a second, third, fourth time.
Right.
They have to get, I'm talking about the California City boys now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Trudell said he was outside throwing twigs. I'm sorry, picking up wood, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he went in the house for a couple of seconds and they were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Them little boys was what, 2 and 4 or 3 and 4 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stay right there.
3 and 4.
I watched your grandson. He looked at the ride, he was excited. He went halfway. He hadn't even got all the way into this little climbing up rock thing. I could still see his feet. I could see his whole body.
Mm-hmm.
You said, go ahead, Pooh Bear, go ahead. He said, you coming? You said, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at, please don't, I'm not making light of the missing kids. I'm trying to use an analogy.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Your baby said, you said, go ahead, Pooh Bear, go ahead. They'll go with you. These little kids went in and he was like, And you said, he stuck his head out. Can you come with me? And you said I can't go in. He said I ain't going either. And he waited. And you said you're holding up the line. I can't believe he's holding up the line. It was pitch dark in there.
Right.
I'm going somewhere here.
Right.
His grandmother was standing a couple of feet from him.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't go no further, and them kids kept going. They were going in and coming out, going in and coming. He wouldn't move. He came right back out. The way he went in, walked past you, you was fussing about standing in line. He didn't even look back at the ride. He didn't look back at you. He went on over to where all I'm trying to say is kids that age don't go where danger is.
Exactly.
That's all I was trying to say.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was that. And you were in the, wait a minute, let's be clear. You were not in there 6 in the evening, 7 in the evening. Y'all were in the daylight. He knew that you were out there waiting for him. He wouldn't even take a chance to go any further. I could see his feet moving. And then you was telling him, go ahead, Pooh Bear. And he was like, nope.
Right.
And you said, go ahead. And he said, nope. So if he knew in the daytime that it appeared to be danger in that little toy, what makes you think a 2-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old will get up at 2 o'clock or even 5 o'clock in the evening? I don't care if it's 2 of them. They're not running in the dark. They running back in the house because all we got to do is a dog bark, and they gonna run.
Right.
They're not gonna run towards the danger. They're gonna run away from the danger,
right,
back into the house.
And definitely where the California City boys were staying at in California City, they don't have street lights like on every corner because they're out in the desert.
They're in the desert, right?
You know, right. There's not. I mean, and there wasn't a house next door.
Nope. And that's why I just couldn't wait to say that. I'm not laughing at the kids. I want. Please don't think that. That's not what I'm laughing. I'm laughing at the fact you tried to. Now you Pooh Bear. You tried your best to persuade him to go through there and have a good time. He was like, "Nah, this don't look like a good time to me."
Right.
But he left he left that ride and found another ride not far from there, similar to that one. But you know why he wouldn't play on that one? Because it was light in there and he could see his way through it.
Right. You're right. You're right. He didn't want to have nothing to do with the darkness.
Now, I'm not rushing them. I want them to get this right. I believe they do have sufficient evidence. I know that we probably never know where them babies are.
Right.
The California City Board. We may never find their little baby bodies because they had time enough to dispose of them. And unfortunately, we may see the copycat with the Cody case. He said January when we got the call or whenever it was. It probably was back in November. So here again, you got a copycat going on.
Right.
They're doing the same thing. And it's just the repeat cycle. People figure you get away. They got away with it. I can get away with it too.
Right.
But you can't take anyone out of the equation. Either we want to forget this one. Just because he's the one that's locked up, he's not the only one that we should think about. Exactly.
I'm hoping.
I myself was hoping, I'm going to be very honest, as a mother, as a grandmother, great-grandmother, I really was hoping that the babies was with a family member. I really did. I wanted it to be that so bad. I didn't want to think somebody could be that wicked to 2 babies. Not 1, but 2.
Right. That's what's sad. I mean, that's what's really sad about it. It's like, for a fact, it cannot be an accident.
No.
I mean, we sit back and say the possibilities, but come on now. You know what I'm saying? You meant to hurt these children. However it looks, they came out hurt. I don't believe it's an accident. I just don't.
And for Cody, I still believe, I have my own theory that maybe he wasn't a part of the family like we think he was. And maybe when it was told, or maybe he never made it back to the gentleman, and he's just being the nice guy that he could be. At any rate, these babies are gone, and you can't bring them back.
Right.
So That's all I wanted to say, and thank you for letting me call in.
Well, thank you.
Good evening, and have a good evening. I'm still in the chat.
All right, thank you for sharing.
All right, take it. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. She made a good analysis. She did. Pooh Bear did not want to go off into that darkness, you guys. He just didn't. Some kids, and then you say, well, why did the other kids go off into the dark? They were a little bit bigger, a little bit older, but 4, he didn't want to have nothing to do with it. He didn't want to have nothing to do with it. He was like, Grandma, would you come with me? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Angie Crooks, I got 3 tickets here. Here's a ticket for you, Angie Crooks. Here's your number right here, 938-345. I got Angie Crooks right here, 938-347. I had another person calling in. Please go ahead and call in, 938. So I'll give the shout out, Angie Crooks. Go ahead and call in, 938-348. And then we got Natasha. Natasha's in the building. Natasha, you know I got your ticket right here. 938-249. Thank you. We got them off in there. We'll pause for what? Okay, the call is coming in. You guys, hold on. Here we go. Okay, caller, you're live.
Shout out to USP. This is the real Aaron Collins. Long time no see.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Yeah, I just want to just give my analysis. It's really sad, and I live out in California, and I know about the situation with the California City Bakersfield boys. It's something that the parents of those boys they're just real shady about them, and that those young men. First of all, kids don't just go out in the dark just willy-nilly like that. I mean, that whole thing sounds very just fabricated, and that the fact that, and then also putting into consideration the fact that these are young black boys. Historically, the whole situation of missing black children has not been taken as seriously as it is with missing white children or other non-black children. It's not taken the same way. They don't have the same kind of emphasis and the same sense of, the sense of urgency when it comes to black children. And that's why I believe there's so many discrepancies in this entire case. And then when you saw the parents being interviewed the first time on the news, their whole demeanor, their character, their energy was just off. They seemed kind of robotic. And I'm thinking, okay, these are your babies, 3 and 4 years old. They're not here. Can you have a little bit more of a panic or something to you, or some kind of emotion that indicates that you're concerned?
Right.
And I don't have children. Yeah, I get that, but still, doesn't mean I can't empathize with the children. So I'm like you, SP. When it comes to these babies, it's stop the presses.
Right.
Our children are one of our most precious commodities. That's our legacy. And these are 3 and 4 years old. We don't know where. I think they're named Orson and
Orrin and Orson. Yep.
Yeah, the West boys. That particular area of California they're in. I think that's like a desert area. Okay. Most deserts, from what I understand, are like wide open spaces. You would think that somebody could at least go scour the area. If it's not that many trees and things, well, shouldn't, if the worst case scenario, shouldn't it be easy to find their bodies if that's the case?
That exactly. Because okay, he called December the 21st, around about 6-7 o'clock. The police was there at their house within 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, 10 to 15 minutes. They even had helicopters out there. They had people on foot. Then they had the dogs out there. The dogs couldn't even pick up a scent.
Right.
And there's no way that they, even in a 5 miles, you can't, kids, no. And then, no, there's no way that they could be that lost. No.
Right. Which brings me to my next theory. Okay, so someone might have taken them in a vehicle. Now, it's possible they could still be alive. I pray that they are. But once again, this whole situation with the parents just don't seem concerned enough for me. Now, I know, I'm in the completely another part. I'm in Southern California. This took place in Northern California, but still, like I was saying, the energy is off.
Yeah.
And it's just, they just don't seem very, if this is a real word, parently.
Exactly. And there's one thing that you have to realize, and this told the story. Out of everything that was said, Trezell said, I looked everywhere. I got in my car and I went around the block. Okay. He did get in the car. He did. He got in the car and went around the block. But when he left the driveway, he went to the left. Okay. And then when he came back from the left, right? Never went to the right. And then when the police came and he left again, he went to the left, never going to the right. Let me tell you something. When you're looking for a shoe and you look underneath the bed, but you don't look in the closet, you just keep looking underneath the bed. But the closet right there, but you don't look in the closet because you're not really looking. When you look everywhere. You look everywhere. Yeah, he said he was hitting them corners. He did not hit the corners. If you would have hit 4 corners, you would at least came back on the right, or we would have seen you drive on the right side. Because when you're looking for a child, you look underneath the bed, you look in the closet, you look in the cabinets, you look in the kitchen, you look in the bathroom, you look in the bedroom, you look in the attic, you look outside in the shed, you look around the house. But you don't go one way, and that's the only way you go is this way. That means that tells the people, to be honest with you, you're doing this for show. You're not looking for kids. You're doing it so you can say you really actually look, because you want people to see your phone and see how you went around the block.
You should even look in the outhouse and the dog house.
Yeah.
If it's a hole in the ground, look at it too. I mean, ask the gophers and squirrels.
Right. You would have knocked on the doors next door. Hey, have you seen my kid? You just don't. You could have been on your phone calling and one at the house. He was just standing there like, I'm waiting on the police. You don't stop looking. Let me tell you something. I lost my child one time and I told everybody about it. I didn't see him run out the house. He was supposed to, my boyfriend was at the house and they were both asleep. And I told him I was going to go drop my daughter off at school. Well, my son must have woke up and seen I was gone. And then he was trying to catch me in the car. I never looked back. And he was running down the street. Young lady came and picked him up. But here's the thing. When I got home, I went to go check on my son as soon as I got home. And I said, where's my son? He said, I don't know. He came in here talking about he want his mama. I told him to go to bed. I said, okay. So I started looking. I can't find him. I called 911, but I don't stop looking. Me and him, we're arguing. He gets in his car and leave. I'm still outside looking for my child. I'm not waiting for you to come because it's dark or because I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm still looking the whole entire time. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, you're right, SP. So basically, as it stands right now at this minute, so the search is still on. I mean, what have they said?
Well, they're still looking. They're still looking for the boys, all of them. You know, Cody, Bigsby. They're looking for Classic and Sincere. But now, I think since they came out with the charges, I think people are now more reluctant looking for a body instead of looking for them being alive. And so nobody wants to come really across, them in that state. So it's probably going to slim down. So, you know,
I thought they recently charged Trevelle and Jacqueline with what, homicide or something, or
second-degree murder.
Hmm.
Both of them it was second-degree murder. Both charges was second-degree murder. And then there was, I think it's endangerment or something like that, and then lying to a police officer. Abuse. There was abuse charge, and then lying to a police officer.
So the Bixby and the other one, those are the other boys that they had, or these are two separate boys?
Those are two separate. Bixby, he came up missing in the Virginia area. His dad called in on January 31st and said that he seen the boys at 2 a.m. in the morning, and when he got up at 9, the child was gone. He called the police and went down there to the police officer. He's got 3 other kids, and that story is all over the place. The child is the same age, 4. And the police just had a police conference. I mean, they just had a conference about it, a press conference, and they're saying that the family is not helping. The ones that say that they love the kid, they're not saying anything. But they arrested the father. They messed up the case a little bit, but I mean, it's not gone. They just didn't give him an attorney at the right time. He asked for an attorney. They kept on interviewing him, but nevertheless, the things that he said before that situation, before he asked for an attorney, should stick. Where he would leave his kids at home by themselves while he go buy a car.
3 and 4 years old. On top of that, I mean, these are still babies. I mean,
right.
I mean, I think with the way they're treating this case, I think that they did. I think they treated the whole Gabby Petito thing a whole lot better than they're doing this.
Well, you're right, but you know why that is?
Well, she's got the complexion for protection, and like I was saying,
the complexion for protection. Well, it's about everything. It's almost like jobs and everything. A lot of people don't understand that. It's just like when the movement came, a lot of people were qualified for jobs or whatever, but they didn't get the jobs. You know why? Because they didn't go to the same places as the other counterparts. They would go to the golf course. They would go to these, places, and they make deals, and they get a little advance, and you know what I'm saying? And they'll ask for favors, and hey, can your son get a job over here or something? So that's when they came with affirmative action. That's why when you have affirmative action, people be like, well, you got the job because of that affirmative thing or whatever. But here's the thing, it just, nothing was fair. So when you're looking at these cases also, and you're saying, well, the Gabby Petito case took off, but who holds all the social media? African Americans don't hold social media. We got Snapchat and Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So they hold the card to get the attention of the people and the public, and everybody jump on it, where we can't. And when we try to, it gets crazy, because it's like what they say.
I was gonna say this since we on YouTube. Okay, yeah, I know we don't own YouTube either. Google owns it. But get this, we're talking about now. I think more Black content creators, we need to use our channel to do this instead of this silly gender war bull crap and this whole divestment manosphere stuff, which is really gotten on the last of my last nerves. We need to talk more about what's happening to these babies. I'm not sure if Bixby and the other one were Black, but still.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, they are. But I mean, some kids get it, because then you got to look at there's a Cash Gurner case. They solved that. Well, they say they solved it. We don't know if it's what it is. Not all the people are, in jail, but they got somebody and they're good with that. So
did they ever solve the Jelani Day incident?
no.
I didn't think they did.
No.
See? And then the thing with the whole Gabby Petito case, they found the boyfriend was found guilty, and they still treated it like, oh, she was just America's sweetheart and stuff. And don't get me wrong. I mean, no one should die before their time. I mean, no one should be murdered. But like I was saying, when it comes to our youth, when it comes to our missing, it is not handled with the same sense of urgency. That's why we need to be the ones to do it. We need to stop depending on the mainstream media to do it, and we need to do it. When we're on these platforms, SP, and because you're doing it now, we are literally black media.
Right. You're right. I tell people all the time, if you just come in and share. We are the people. And if you guys don't do it, then you're part of the problem, and then you want to complain about it. But we are the people. You got to show that there's strength in numbers. And if we have to get on these platforms and scream and holler and then show up, like the one lady just said, somebody needs to be at that jail cell screaming and hollering. But we are the people, so we have to come together. Whether they're not going to just say, "Oh, let's do something for." Quit waiting for somebody else to do it, and bring a friend. Tell one of your family members, come on in. Let's talk about it. And then when we can get enough people that's in that area to show up, because you got to remember that family down there, they was doing vigils when nobody there really but the family. I mean, there was some people down there. There was like 2 or 3. There was YouTubers down there. There was Facebook people down there. But where was the people?
Right.
They were there for the little bit of it. And I mean, we try to help as far. And I'm way in the middle of the state. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to go. But if we had to come down there, we have to come together. We have to stay together. But we don't do that.
Oh, you're in California too. Okay, yeah.
We don't do that. What we do is we find fault in a person. Oh, look at her hair. Oh, she got a car, or she said the wrong word, or she mispronounced this. Oh, I'm not going over there anymore. I'm that. I'm this. I'm that. I'm that. And then you take that negative spirit in that negative comment with you, and you share it with somebody else. So then when our kids come up missing, is, hey, SP, you're not gonna say anything? Didn't you just cuss me out?
I mean, we get on each other for some of the most insignificant small things, but yet we won't have no smoke for the real issue that's going on right now.
And our kids are just getting killed, and it just keep happening and keep happening. And everybody's like, wow, this is really happening to our kids. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can't just put the finger on the people that's doing it, because I freaking guarantee you, if every YouTuber come together, every YouTuber come together and then find out who's all in that area that can show up and we stream it, I guarantee you there'll be other people getting charged and arrested.
Right.
Because somebody else had to know about this. It just had to.
And this is one of the elephants in the room, the black community, because I guarantee you, we talk about something like this. Oh, y'all just airing out black people dirty laundry. We putting our business out in the open. Okay, but we do need to get out there that things are happening in our community too. I get so sick and tired of that. The worst thing that happened in the black community is this silly no snitching rule.
Right.
It's an unwritten rule called no snitching. And
right.
I'm so sick and tired of it. I'm so sick and tired of the things that's happening. Because see, we can, it's real easy to jump on the bandwagon of going against white supremacy and racist police officers. Yeah, we do that all day long, and rightfully so. But when it comes to dealing with our own checking our own black on black, because see, it happened to me on Facebook. You attacking your own people. No, I'm calling out an issue that's still happening.
Right. Exactly. I think they get it mixed up when, like when we was young, I heard it all the time. Don't be telling my business, And so kids be like, I don't know what to say and what not to say. People be like, you can come and tell me anything. But then when you tell somebody something, you say, well, mama got her check today. Don't be telling them people my business. You say something. Don't be telling them. I told you to quit talking to people about what goes on in my house. So now the kids they don't say nothing. They just, the newer parents were taught. They didn't know why you would say, don't be telling my business. So they just tell the kids, don't tell them my business. So the kids don't go to school and say, hey, my daddy touched me. Or, hey, I ain't ate in 10 days. Or, hey, my mom ain't came home and I ain't seen her. And she moved out and we ain't seen her in 3 or 4 weeks. Kids just not saying anything because we are taught to keep our mouth shut.
And I think that's probably a holdover even from slavery and Willie Lynch days. It's like we're so conditioned and programmed to follow certain behavioral patterns. It's scary and creepy at the same time. But it's a cycle that needs to be broken. But we're the ones who have to break it. We can't wait for them to do it. We must do it.
Right.
Yeah.
All righty.
I appreciate chatting again, SP. I'm sorry that you on live. I haven't seen SP in a minute.
Yeah. I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, no problem.
All righty. Thank you very much.
You too.
All right. We got one more caller calling in, you guys. I'm going to take this last call. Let me go ahead and shout out Misty Blue. Thank you for the super chat, 938-349. I got you, Misty. I got you in the building. And I'm waiting on that caller to call in. So you guys hold on. I can see when you guys are calling in. So hold on. Hey, what's going on?
Catching you guys on the tail end of it, because everybody was happy to see someone arrested in the West Boys case, but it's a sad day as well because we still don't have them. And, they got for making that statement. And you had been said them dogs didn't pick up no scent at the house. So if they've been dead 3 months before they reported them, of course there's no scent there. They never brought them there.
Exactly.
And I did call Hampton down in Virginia. I said, I think you got a copycat down there. So I filled it in on this here, and they say, you know what? That's the box. I say, well, look at the West case. Go pull it up and look at it and see what do you have. They haven't got back with me, but hey, it's the dog. I've been watching that so much, I end up missing the arrest until you let me know. And I was like, oh my God.
Right.
Because she went out there, and it's a place me and my daughter saw along the highway I told you about earlier, where it's just seemed off, and it is desert. And over a gate, there's a thing of balloons with a heart stuck down the ground. And I say, and that's been annoying at me, and I think that's almost a year now we went out there. And I said, that there, they need to go check that spot. Because if they was missing 3 months or dead 3 months before, they done deteriorated by now.
Right.
So I said, Lord, have mercy. And I mean, everything just went silent until they indicted them. So I'm figuring somebody else is going to be involved in this indictment as well, or picked up behind it, especially if they knew.
Oh, I don't know what's going on here.
No, I don't either, because I'm not going to take up for my son or my daughter, my sister, or brother, and I haven't seen you or laid eyes on a child in so many months. I'm not going to be on the move. They didn't do it. They would do nothing. Oh, they're at your house. I'm not going to be acting a fool like that. I'll hide my face from the camera and keep asking where the boys at myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you have any dignity or pride or sympathy or worrying about babies, how did I do that? Where are these children? And if they couldn't answer me, I could do some right there within 24 hours, I'd be calling police myself.
Exactly.
But they thought they was going to get away with it, standing there with his arms crossed, holding himself to keep that lie. They had to come with them, they thought, an airtight lie, but it didn't wash. It did not wash. They still kept looking at him, probably following them and everything else.
Right.
So I said, I just pray they come up because now there's no sniffing. I mean, she has her forehead frowned up because she knew she was lying. She had to look to him every time she say something.
You know what I take out of that? I remember just like it was yesterday, she turned to the family and she was like, that's why we didn't want to come out here. Girl, I wanted to slap her. Oh my God, I did. I'm just being honest. I mean, if that was and you gonna sit there, that's why, when she did that, I just, no. You done lost my child, or you done lost my niece, my nephew, and you sit there and got the audacity to throw your hands up like that's why we didn't want to come out here because of y'all.
Yeah, okay. She better be lucky that
I don't have no sympathy for neither one of them. None.
Because she said, I would think, I know y'all think that, well, I would think that too. Man, you ain't fooling nobody. You're such a bad liar. You talking yourself right on into such a dirt. Ain't no tears. Okay, they're not your blood children, but that's a child. I would have been hysterical. I mean, my little granddaughter get 2 feet away from me, and I'm not me. I mean, you hear me all get your heck over here. They're going to stay in the car. Well, I can stay in the car. I said, girl, you get your tail out of that car. Well, the doors are, I said, I don't care. They break windows. I said, I would never let he's 18 now, but even at 14 and 15, I wouldn't let him stay in the car by himself. I said, because if somebody come through there shooting, and I'm in the store, he wouldn't know what to do. Oh, yeah. No, right. Make sure he's with me so they can take car and whatever. I said, at least I would know what to do and keep him safe. Oh, Grandma, I said, get your tail out of that car.
Right.
Because they're going to steal the car with kids in it. Hell, put a gun on, take you in the car. I can say their car can be replaced, but human can't.
Right.
But them babies say, you let them out in the dark, and it's cold in Bakersfield.
Right.
At that time of night, they wasn't there. That's why they say they was deceased 3 months before they reported them.
Right.
So someone has let it out that them babies haven't been around.
Right.
That's sad.
Right.
And then for Cody, get up and walk out like a bird. I'm afraid of the dark. I sleep with lights on, TVs. I got a big old neon flashlight. I go through my house with because I don't like the dark. And I was watching too. I said, see, they can't tell you that you can leave a kid outside by themselves in the dark. People would have followed them back in there. Most likely, even if they would have got trouble, they would have followed them back in the house.
Right.
And Cody get put on shoes, and he going about his business at 2 a.m. like he just leaving the club or something.
Right.
Water.
Exactly.
The young lady from your car, she said, seemed like we may have a copycat. And I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
If he put it back to November, the Cody probably would have missed it. Yeah, I put it in October.
Yeah, okay.
Halloween, around Halloween.
Yeah.
Everybody out trick-or-treating stuff. He may have got lost or he done something to him and they just went on a little bit.
Right.
But
yeah.
I'm get back in the chat, but
all right. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you very much.
Okay, Miss Lady. I'll let y'all later.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, Misty Blue says, SP, I love SP, but I bet she wouldn't run up. I guarantee you she wouldn't run up. They would have to, she'll be done cut these hands. Because she looks like, first of all, she doesn't look tough at all while she's standing there like, yeah, whatever. But that what made me angry. That's what made me so angry, you guys. And so, right at the beginning, her whole demeanor when if you give me something to do or you give me your child to take care of and something happened while I'm watching your kid, I'm not going to be feeling like, yeah, you could have been watching your own kid. I'm going to be like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry. With my head down, I'm embarrassed or whatever. And it didn't matter if you wasn't there or you were drinking, but you trusted me. I'm just not going to be like all in your face, like, well, you could have watched your own kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, if something happened and I'm the responsible person that's supposed to have your kid, there's no way in the world I'm going to come attacking you. Like, that's why I didn't want to say nothing, because the way you act or whatever, even if it's true. And that just told me a lot right there. It really did. It told me a lot. It just did. You guys, I'm going to get on off of here. I want to thank Misty Blue. I want to thank Danae. I want to thank, I know there was Angie Crooks. There was Natasha in the building. There's so many people. There was Natasha, Misty Blue, Katrina, Come Holla at a Sister, ITT, Candy Richardson, Marsha. Angie Crooks is up in the building. You guys, thank you. I did put all of your things. If you don't believe me, I got them right here. I'll go back over if you think I missed your name. We got Misty Blue in there. We got Angie Crooks in there. Angie Crooks is in there. Then we got Marsha, and we got Candy Richardson, ITT in there. Avalance is in there. Come holla at a sister. Katrina Hickman, you're in there. And then Katrina Hickman again. And I think ITT was on the last one. And Soldier Girl was on the last one before then. So, all right, you guys. We're going to get off of here. I will see you guys Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you have your face in the place, and we'll see what's going on. All right? Be good, be safe, and be nice to everybody. Bye.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hold your power.
I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. So you will catch a break.